2, 1.
What? Why did you say no?
What's up, everybody? I'm Dylan.
I'm Joey.
We're White and Rice.
That's right.
We're boys who love movies.
We do. But everything we say is our opinion.
Yeah, and it's just whatever we want to say, you know? And if you don't like it, that's not a big deal, but...
Just two guys, just spitballing. Just
two brothers.
Two brothers.
Not actually brothers.
Not actually brothers, but
they share a bond.
We got a strong bond.
Yeah, we don't really know anything about film, but we like watching movies and we like talking about them. So here we are today, and we've got a good one.
We have a great one.
We have a great one.
Jojo Rabbit.
Today you boys will be involved in such activities as war games, ambush techniques, and blowing stuff up.
Has nothing to do with rabbits. So anyone who's looking for a movie about wildlife hasn't.
Well, true. Yeah, very, very true.
From the great Taika Waititi.
Taika Waititi, yes.
Great and legendary Taika Waititi.
For those of you that don't know, he made Hunt for the Wildebeest, I think it was.
Wilder People?
Yeah.
Wilder People.
I still haven't seen it. I've heard it's fantastic. Yeah.
It's a beautiful movie.
I know, I need to.
What We Do in the Dark? What We Do in the Shadows?
What We Do in the Shadows.
Wow.
Vampire mockumentary about vampires from
New
different times
Zealand
living together.
Vampires.
Great film. Fantastic. So funny. And then, of course, Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah.
Great.
Mega talented dude who oftentimes has a role in his films. So this movie was one of those where he plays... wow. Man. Anyway, the protagonist of the film, played by Roman Griffin Davis, 11-year-old actor, has an imaginary friend who just so happens to be Hitler, who just so happens to be played by Waititi himself.
Yes. It was just great. Initial thoughts, it was fantastic.
I don't think I can do this.
Was? Of course you can.
Just the way Taika can essentially combine humor with some of the most heavy, dramatic, even horrible things.
Definitely horrible things.
And that's one of the reasons why Thor Ragnarok was so good, because he was able to do that in Thor Ragnarok. He had the comedy, but then he also showed, the gravity of what Thor has been through and is going through.
Yeah, and the gravity here is that it's Hitler and not.
So yeah.
And not
but
Marvel.
Right. I know, but what I'm saying is, you can see that he's so good at doing that, and that was the great thing about this movie.
Yeah, so this movie is taking place at the end of the World War, where our characters are in Germany, and Germany in Hitler's reign it's trending down, and you have this young boy who just is super enamored with everything Nazi, and they overplay the like Heil Hitlers and everything so hard, and it's hilarious. It's really comedic, and there's criticism on the internet that this is like softening who the Nazis were. Yeah, fuck that, honestly. Dude, it's silly.
It actually does the complete opposite of that.
It does the complete opposite.
If the people who are actually talking negatively about this film were intelligent, they would understand that it actually doesn't do that.
Yeah.
And it goes back to the point of it's a comedy, and it's attempting to it's about like, hey, what if you were a little 10-year-old boy growing up in Nazi Germany and you thought like Hitler was, the savior of your country? Like, of course, little boys, that's what they look up to, military figures.
Well, and historically, Hitler was known as being insanely charismatic, right? And I mean, he convinced a whole bunch of people of some pretty wild and terrible things. And like you were saying, Taika Waititi does this incredible job of combining really, really unique humor with a super, super intense storyline, which is taking place within the characters themselves, but then also outside of that, which is just the whole World War. There's a lot of funny moments that happen in the movie that don't matter to the storyline, but Taika is the type of director who puts that in the movie anyway.
It's time to burn some books!
And it's just so worth it every time.
Yeah, it's the humor is spot on. It's all over the place. It's just so good.
Some of the supporting actors. So you got Sam Rockwell.
They'll never win.
Scarlett.
Well, yeah, she was kind of a main. But what's the girl comedian? Female comedian. It's Rebel Wilson.
Yes. Yeah.
Was it Rebel Wilson?
Yeah. And then
Reek from Game of
Theon
Thrones.
Greyjoy.
Theon Greyjoy
What's
from
his
Game of
name?
Thrones. Alfie Anderson or ours. We'll put it in the screen right here. Anyways, those three had like these side roles, and their interactions and the little bit of dialogue that they had was so funny.
So good.
Like the montage that when the little boy gets to camp and the guy's just like shooting, he's like drinking
Sam
and shooting
Rockwell
stuff.
is a alcoholic, officer in the German,
but also
army.
Gay, very obviously gay.
Yeah,
and it's so funny.
They play into that. It's great. It's so many funny parts, and
Yeah.
then all of a sudden it will just slap you across the face and bring you back down to earth and be like, this was some real shit.
So we'll back up a little bit, and I'll give just kind of like a general summarization of what you're going to expect in this
Why don't we
movie.
do a U-turn and then?
That's what a U-turn is. So you have again this protagonist, young 11-year-old boy. He 10-year-old boy. Okay, 11 in real life, 10-year-old boy in the movie. His imaginary friend is Hitler. His imaginary friend is Hitler, and it's essentially like his subconsciousness influencing him to follow the leadership of Hitler. He goes to a weekend camp that is supposed to train young Nazis. It doesn't go so well for him, so then he is now living at home with his mom, not going to school because he's healing from the wounds that he incurred at the summer camp. Self-inflicted, didn't really mean to do it, but you'll see it in the movie. And it's just kind of like the story of him, kind of learning and growing in this weird, complicated time where he's really like, has this adoration for Hitler, but then Nazi Germany is coming to an end. So he's got a lot of conflict. You also see in the trailer, his mom is harboring a Jewish girl in the house. So he also has the conflict.
Do you see that in the trailer?
Yeah.
They could look just like us. Hi.
That's like the whole thing. It's like
I never saw that.
Yeah. Well,
I was about to say spoiler alert.
No, that's all stuff that's in the trailer. Yeah. And for me, like going into it and with the trailer as my reference, I thought it was mostly going to be about the camp, and it had a very Moonrise Kingdom kind of feel to it.
Yeah.
But that was like a small portion of Act 1, and the majority of it is really like him at home, his interactions with his mom, showcasing their relationship, him doing odd jobs for the local Nazi headquarters, and then interacting with this Jewish girl as well.
His best friend.
Oh, Yorkie.
So funny.
Probably the best. That was my favorite character.
The chubby little kid. Oh my gosh. And the dialogue they have, the lines they gave these kids, obviously a lot of them are more adult
for sure
type lines or language, I guess you could say, but it's so well done. It's so funny.
Yeah.
All the interactions between the characters are great, whether it's like you said, the supporting or the main actors. And I don't really need to get into spoilers about this one.
Yeah, it's the storyline itself is simple, and anything that would really spoil the movie is about scenarios that take place in the movie that are worth seeing for the first time. So I definitely recommend just getting out there and seeing this movie.
It is very good.
The one of the things that I really loved was, and this is definitely something that's in Taika's movies, is like the aesthetic is so great. I mean, the wardrobe and the sets were so good. Germans, specifically Nazi regime, were known to be like really fashionable. They had Hugo Boss like design the Nazi outfits, and the outfits that they wore in this movie were so wonderfully done.
Yeah,
super well done.
Yep.
Scarlett's outfits were
top notch.
Great
cinematography. It was just
it's an awesome movie.
Yeah, it's great. It's a feel-good movie, and not that it's just all comedy or anything like that, but it's feel-good because it shows you the beauty of humanity. It shows you the evils, but it shows you the beauty.
Go see this movie. Jojo Rabbit is great. What is it, rated PG-13? It has to be.
I thought it was rated R just because of some of the previews before, but I guess.
Yeah, it's not really a kid's movie, but it's an adult movie about a kid.
But it definitely could be,
I guess so. It's pretty intense. My favorite quote is "Fuck you, Hitler."
Maybe we should do our research.
Yeah. Speaking of research, this movie premiered at the Toronto Film Festival, where it won the Glosh People's Award, which is like one of the most prestigious awards. So it's not just coming from us. This is actually a good movie.
Right.
We promise. So, I don't know if I have much of a specific rating other than it's just a top-notch film. Like, it's definitely above the majority of what we see in theaters. I feel like this is a fucking great movie.
Yeah, I would 100% go see it again. And I already thought earlier, I was like, well, I'll just buy it. You know, it's one of those movies that I'll buy because it's just fun. It's great.
Okay, boomer.
What does that mean? Shut up.
Point proven.
All right, guys.
Get out of here.
Go see it. Go see Jojo Rabbit.
Get out of our house.
Do it as soon as possible.
Get out of here.
Bye.